I just scream. Okay, now. Okay, guys, I'm supposedly on here. And I'm ready to just kill between this app, which I had to reinstall. They highlight the server URL on the app, and then they tell you to type it in. So I think, I don't type it in. Then they want you to put the stream name in. I don't type it in. I would beat my head against the table. It would feel good. Anyway, I am here. I'm sorry you had to wait so long. Oh, God. Cat feeding. I forgot my spoon and had to make an airsat spoon out of the can lid. Earlier, all this stuff fell on the floor into the water dish. And then I bid on something on eBay, and I went through a time warp, folks. I had 26 seconds before the bid was over, and I would have won the item. And it was a Pittsburgh-related item that I really wanted. It would have been a Pittsburgh-related item, a beer-related item, a man cave-related item, and it went from 26 seconds to you've been outbid to bidding is over. And I go, how the hell did it went from 26 seconds to over? And I didn't. The guy outbid me by $1, but I didn't get the bid. All right, now I don't know who the hell is on here, so I'm here now. I don't know if I can switch out, and I can see my screen. Okay, I'm going to tell people I'm live. So I had that problem. All right, bear with me for a moment while I tell the people I'm live. And this was a really cool thing from the days when this particular item would have been new and, you know, oh, God. And it would have something I normally wouldn't have afforded, but it was so cool, I really wanted it. And I called up eBay, and of course I got the usual 3 foreigners on the phone, and one who said, you supposedly bid. And I said, lady, I don't lie. And you've impugned my integrity by saying I supposedly bid. Suppose implies that there is a doubt in your mind. There is no supposed about it. I saw it on the screen pop up on my iPad screen, and it went from 26 seconds. I upbid it, and then it went to, you have been outbid by $1. And then it went to, the auction is over. And they tell me, well, they will bring this to the highest authority. And they put me through 3 different operators, all of whom, if they worked for me when I was retail manager, they wouldn't have been working for me anymore. So I was not happy at this because I've bought, over the years, about 4,000 items on eBay. And I've never seen it happen before where it went bloop, bloop, and gone. So 26 seconds time compressed into 0. And the guy outbid me at 5 seconds. So how the hell does he manage to get a bid in and I can't? So it's another aggravation in life. Let me see what the hell's going on here. Oh, Sander is subscribed. Thank you. We'll give the shout out to the people who have subscribed. And now I've got a headache that I didn't have before. Smarty Plum, the wonderful Smarty Plum, she donates to Lucky Ferals. By the way, you cannot donate to me on this channel until I'm monetized, although you could with my PayPal account. And it's going for the cats, not me. And one guy from Germany said, you're too fat, your girlfriend's too fat, you obviously eat other things, why are you so fat? And you're using your credit cards. And the whole point of the videos I did earlier was I lost my rent money order, I had to borrow money to pay the rent, I had to pay the rent 2 months, 1 month in advance, and the month of February, and the month of January. That put me in a financial, I needed cat food money. People don't understand when you live on $900 a month, if you have a problem financially, there's no reserve. Oh, Peanut Arbuckle has subscribed to me. Thank you, Peanut. And let's see who else. And there's Isme. So I thank all of you. I thanked them earlier. And mark on the bell if you so you can be notified of new videos. So this is what's going on, and this whole thing is maddening. Now, I hope to hell when I go to Alien Con in June, I will have live. Okay, I am live. Okay, I see that now on the screen. And there's 4 people watching, 4 diehard, desperate people who have nothing to do at 9:30 in the evening. But watch a one-eyed fat guy. I should get a cowboy hat. Fill your screens, you sons of bitches. So I don't really mean that, but put an eye. I already got an eye patch. I'm sorry, there's no eye there. I should get an eye patch like John Wayne and tell people to fill their screens. So, oh God. I offered to help you in my other account. You blocked me. If I remember correctly, you were acting troll-like, or you sent me a troll-like email, and that's why I blocked you. So I don't remember the circumstances, and once I block some of my email, I delete the email. I'm 65. I have very little patience for BS and trolls anymore, and people are haters who insult me, who attack my girlfriend. I will not tolerate that. And Germans are not rude, some may be, but this guy wrote me in English and German, and nicht sprechen Sie Deutsch? Nein, ja, sprechen Sie Deutsch. Un poco, a little bit. So I have blocked people. There are 15 people that have been blocked on my help email, and a bunch who have been blocked on YouTube. All haters or insulters, and I've also blocked them for making racial comments and insulting comments to me or other people, or advocating shooting other people, terrorism, killing other people. I get all kinds of craziness. So, well, I don't give out my home phone number. And to the best of my recollection, I don't remember that. So, how the hell am I going to do this? Okay, let me get up for a minute, people. I'm going to go in the other room and get my cell phone. And I don't care if someone calls on the cell phone. The problem is every time 6-week tenure. Normally on the cell phone, everything's up here when I get a call. And like my caregiver gave me a call today while he was standing in my apartment. But when 6-week tenure appears, it's on the bottom, and it's this dot, and the noise, the ring scares the hell out of me, and I start trying to move the thing over to the right, and I invariably cut him off. And he never did call me today. I'm going to publish my Android phone number because it's kept in here except when I go out. I found out, oddly, I called the Mac store I go to do work on my Mac. They want more than if I go to San Francisco to fix my iPhone. By next year, I won't have this problem. I will have a new iPhone. Hold on, I shall return. By next year, when I have this problem, I will have a new iPhone. Hold on, I shall return. Also, the other problem I have is I keep stepping on stuff because I can't see it, because I can only see out of one eye until they operate on my cataract next month. All right, I'm going to plug in the iPhone charger. And hopefully I won't cut off the live stream. I was only going to do 2 hours, but I'll try to do 3. But when I got up last night, I couldn't get up. My back, my knee, my foot, everything went ow, 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 ow. And it didn't like that. So, Kathy said, "What you need is a hot tub." I said, "No, I need a hot river." All right, now. This sucks. Compared to an iPhone, this, I don't know about other Android phones. I know nothing about, what the hell? Oh, I see what it did. I forgot the buffer. I looked at the screen. What the hell's wrong with the screen? Help! Okay, hold on. I'm having technical difficulties. I need one of those signs. Technical difficulty sign. Stupid thing. Hello? Fuzzy. Fuzzy? Yes, Fuzzy. There we go. I got it now. Give me a moment. It always takes me forever to get through this. I do need to write this phone number down somewhere. All right. Joseph, that's one reason why I'm glad I don't work retail anymore. Okay. If anyone wishes to call me on my Medicare free Android phone, number in Manhattan is okay, damn it, disappeared again. You got to realize I've got 42,000 emails on my Gmail account, and I wade through them and periodically delete them. But if I block you, you've irritated me for some reason. You've been a troll. You've said something nasty, or in some cases, I may have blocked you because I thought you were somebody else. But that doesn't happen very often. I went into the soup kitchen down the street, and there was a guy there, and he said, "Are you on disability or Medicare?" I said, "I'm on both." And he said, "Oh, okay, we have this free phone, and it's by Unecto." Now, I don't know who Unecto is, but they gave me this phone, and it works, but it has the crappiest battery in the world, because every time I charge it and it says 100%, it craps out. And the odd thing is that I put the charger for my little alien somewhere, and I put the cable, and I can't see it. It's on the table here somewhere. I have to untangle these cords. And, of course, the Amazon charger for the Echo Dot won't work on it. But if I take the charger for this, the cable, it works in the Amazon Dot. The Amazon Dot cable is proprietary, but I can use the cord for this to charge my Amazon Dot. So it's very odd. But I can get on the internet with this, but it's incredibly slow. I haven't figured out how to use Pokemon Go. I mean, I can't do anything with this. Compared to the iPhone, this is beyond dinosaur time. This is like one-celled paramecium from the dawn of time. And I don't even know how you tell... oops. I can get Gmail on it. I just did something there, and I don't know what I did. And instead of a home button, it's got a little house. And I don't know how to tell how much power this had, which is another issue. So it's one of the stupidest things I've ever seen, where you've got all these, oh, there we go, it's got half power. I'm going to shut this off. So write down the number. If anybody wants to call me, I'm going to have to charge this at some point. I'm using the cable. No, I'm not using the cable. Hold on. I'm using a cable for some, maybe that's a cable for the alien, but it's now being used in my Alexa Dot. And this is now, yeah, that's the problem. Apple, there was an article saying that Apple may have wireless charging in their next iPhone. What the hell is with the... Wait a minute, I don't think this is the... No, that's a USB. Well, I don't know what this is. It's a charger for something, but it's tangled. And it might take me weeks and cost millions of lives to untangle this. Boy, is it tangled. I have a bad feeling that's a charger for my portable hard drive. Hold on a minute. Yep, that's a charger, I think, for my portable hard drive. Well, it's not my modem, it's not my microphone, it's something. What's it say here? It says Intertech. I'll plug that in up here. It's connected to something. Now, that's my other portable hard drive. All right. Anyway, I don't know what the Russian guy is saying. Last night he was talking about my drug use, which I don't do. You just texted me. Oh boy, that's another. Your Chanik name? Is that like your Vulcan name? Hold on. See, there's the Unecto screen. After you turn it off for a while, it lights up, which you can't see it, but it's there. It takes like 3-4 weeks to turn on. And you get this bright thing that looks like a bunch of broken colored glass. And all the pressing on the Monopoly house, that's what I call it, will not... there's a symbol of a house. There's not an actual house. All right, now I go up here. Now, the other problem is on my previous phones, I know zip about texting. No, I don't have any text here. Blink. Something was with Blink. What was that? Voicemail. All right. Recent. I have yesterday, but I have no voicemail for today. I have to keep that number because that's the thing from Nordstrom. Nordstrom found this phone today when they called me. I called them back. The woman never called me back. I hate corporate when they don't call me back. So I wouldn't know how the hell you find the text on here. Now it still says yesterday. If you sent me a text, then it ain't on here. All right, I'm going to go out of my screen on my Mac. By the way, I need to get a new Mac. The hard drive may be dying. And I looked, and it's going to be about $800. So everybody send me $1. Buy another Mac. God. What's this now? Hold on. Got an email. since I'm waiting for a minute for this thing, by the way, Gmail is loading like a snail, even though I have cleaned out a ton of stuff off my hard drive. If I pull the drive on my iMac, that would cost anywhere from $400 to $700 to put an SSD drive in, and then, oh, that's this crap from Equifax. Okay, let me see. Go into settings and see who I blocked. The entire town of Pomona, every other person in Cucamonga, and it's taking forever to go into the settings. Okay, there we go now. Okay. Hello? Hello? Oh, God. 6 weeks later, you're trying to call me, and I just disconnected again. You can try again. All right, I blocked Little Chris and Damon Lake and somebody pretending to be George Noy and some Nazi skinhead and Randall Venice and the fake people from the fake podcasting network and someone pretending to be Kathy and Brig and other people and a guy that said he was a friend named Theemjamis from Belgab and he wasn't. And there are some other people. How do I answer this? Hello? That's not working. And Marge Lewis. And someone pretending to be me. Someone pretending to be MV. Someone pretending to be Steve Warner. Someone pretending to be... I have my entire email block list, and I'll now go back to iMovie, YouTube. Bear with me for a minute. I'm going to try to call him because I don't know what the hell I'm doing wrong. All right. Person I'm trying to reach cannot be reached. I don't understand this. This is irritating as hell. All right. Hold on now. No, that's not it. Anyway, twice I've tried to swipe to the right as Hello? Yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get back to the channel so I can see what the hell I'm doing, and I'm not having any success. There it is. Just a minute. It's hard to do things also with one eye. You heard of the one-armed man. I'm the one-eyed man. Anyway, I just looked in my block list. You're not there. Oh, comments on Gmail. You're not. I just looked. I have a long list of idiots, mostly from Belgab, and a few haters who have published on my channel. But your name is not Joe Roman is not there unless you have another name that I'm not aware of. I may have blocked the channel. I may have blocked you in YouTube and not, but you're not blocked in Gmail. You can send me an email. Okay. Why don't you do this? I don't want to give out the world the information here. Why don't you call me tomorrow or your opportunity, and then I'll tell you. I don't give out my home phone because little Chris and Belgab and a guy named Cassio, I call him Crapio, he's a convicted child molester. He has published my number repeatedly on YouTube, and Damon Lake, or I think it was Damon Lake, somebody pretended to be a private detective. My iPad was stolen on my apartment last year, and I caught him in a lie. And I've had to change my phone number 9 times. And I don't know how to put it on speaker, Barry. I barely can use this damn thing. You say, put it on speaker. Yeah, right. How am I going to do that? Excuse me? Hello? Send me $800 so I can buy a friggin' iPhone. Now put it on speaker. Do this, do that. Yeah, tell me how, please. I would drink heavily. I have $1 in the bank. I can't drink. I can't even go get a shot of booze right now until Thursday. Anyway, drop me an email or call me tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Wednesday? I have the weather stripping person coming by, the person from Meals on Wheels coming by. But other than cat fooding, I'm here. Cat feeding. It's old folks. Other than cat feeding, I will be here. So you can call me, but do not call me. It took me years to get Cat to stop doing it. Do not call me before noon because I never know when I'm going to bed. Or when I tried to take a nap tonight, I could not go to sleep. And well, Saturday was my fault. I spent 2 hours watching the X-Files, and I couldn't stay awake any longer. So. Yeah, well, I won't have any money on Thursday, and I've got to take Fuzzy to the vet. So I block the visibility of the hater comments every day. I did videos of Fuzzy. I'm getting 12 dislikes. I said, come on, you can't all hate my cat. So, oh, I got to turn the microphone. They're not hearing me. Okay, maybe you can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Can you smell me now? Can you see me now? None of the above. All right, goodbye. Good night. I'm leaving. Anyway, these people hated. I did a video. My mother died, and I got dislikes. And I'm going, bunch of schmucks. Well, the only reason I had a feud with Jason Callan, frankly, was because his fans were attacking me. And we talked for an hour. I should have recorded that phone call. I should have put it on speakerphone. And I said, I have no issue. You're doing your thing. You're eating stuff, and you're going out and doing stuff. But I don't have any problem with you. You're a fellow Pennsylvanian. And if I ever go up to his small town, wherever the hell he lives, east nowhere, Pennsylvania or something, I can't. Somebody told me where he lived. I don't remember where he lived. I would go up there with a car, and he didn't have a car. He takes the bus to work. So I would go up there. Hey, you want to do a video together? And if he'd say no, then I'd say, all right. You want to go have dinner or lunch? And if he said no, well, I've tried. I'm going to be in Pittsburgh in 2020, so. After I buy my car, I'm going to Pittsburgh. 2019, maybe 22. It'll take me 10 months to save up money to get my car, and then I get my doctors to... did you leave? I just saw something flash on the phone. Hello? Okay. I got my doctors to certify I didn't have a stroke, so I can get my suspended license back, because some idiot 10 years ago at the DMV overheard me say I thought I had a damn stroke. It was sciatic nerve pain. I didn't know it. And she reported I had a stroke, so that's why I don't drive. And Kathy, you have to drive the car. I'm not supposed to drive, you know that. God. So, but I'm buying my own car because eventually I will get my license back, and I got to pay off all my old traffic fines. There was no point in paying if I didn't have a car, and I didn't have the money anyway. So that's the other deal. Get a hold of me tomorrow. I'm here unless I'm taking a nap, and then I don't give up my home phone though. Next year, after I go to Alien Con, after I get, but somewhere between that and getting my car, I'm going to save up money for an iPhone, a new Mac, a new iPad, and then I can give up my iPhone, and then I'll have a phone that I know how to use. You know? There is a place in Fremont that will unlock my iPhone 5S, but I don't want to go backward. I want to get at least a 7, maybe an 8. And I talked to the guy at Apple Tunes. He said it's about $800 for an 8. And he said there's no reason for what you want to do. I want to check the weather and maybe do an occasional video on it, and maybe do an occasional, if I can, live stream and check the news and the stock prices and the gold prices and Fox News, and look at play my games. And I just hope eventually they don't make my 5S obsolete because I'm playing Mobile Strike on it. I'd lose my secondary base. I had another base my iPad was stolen. So, and I don't know if I saw the Mandela effect, Barry. All right, I'm going to let you get off the phone. I'll just hang up. If I try to hang you up, call me tomorrow on this beast. I'll keep it out in the living room. I'll keep it hooked up to the charger so we'll stay alive, and then hopefully I can answer it. All right. I don't care if anybody calls this number. It's a free disposable phone. I mean, I can barely use it. If they call this number and harass me, I'll just turn it off. You know. So, no, I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. But I have, the only thing I'm not picking on you, so don't misunderstand me. I've had people promise to come over and help me clean. I've had people, I'm going to take you out to dinner. I'm going to take you to lunch. I'll take you to the store. That never happens. It's all liars. And I'm not picking on you, but anybody who promises me anything, when they come to my door with the car and say, let's go out, then I'll believe them. Or I'll meet you at the restaurant and buy you food, or I'll meet you at Safeway or Food Max or Nob Hill or Lucky or Walmart, then I'll believe them. But until they show up, I don't believe anybody because I've been disappointed too much. I understand that. I understand it. Well, let me know tomorrow when we're off the air. Then we can talk. All right. Thanks for calling. Talk to you later. Okay. Hey, I got to turn the phone off. My God, I got that much done. All right. Sorry about that, but yeah, I saw the Langley the mouth is out there. I saw the Langley simulation episode. That was creepy. And I saw the one after that, but they said that new episodes are forthcoming. I have watched most of the X-Files. I did not watch the one season where they had the substitute X-Files agent, but that when Duchovny was gone, but that's like the substitute Lone Ranger. No, I'm not having a tea pour. This is coffee. This is my coffee cup. I'm allergic to mornings. And that's absolutely true. I'm not a morning person. Now, I do not know if it should be recording. Let me see. Yeah, it's full up. So, I presume it's recording. Let me see what's happening with this. Oh, that just turned the microphone off. Well, I just learned that, folks. Garfield isn't either. Garfield who? There's John Garfield, President Garfield, and Garfield the cat. Which Garfield are you referring to, Barry? And you need to change your handle because you're making me hungry. I have a cup of soup left and some vegetables. That's the extent of my food until tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning. By the way, I have a question tonight. This came up today in conversation. with somebody. Have you ever slept in your bathtub? And you, oh yeah, okay. Yes, you are correct. I have Garfield books. Thank you. And have you ever eaten in the shower? That's tonight's 2 questions. I have not fallen asleep in my bathtub. I've fallen asleep standing up when I was really tired or sick. No, I mean everybody in here. That's the general question. And I don't know why you want to eat while you're in the shower. What could you eat that wouldn't be affected by a high stream of water? I shave in the shower. I haven't shaved today or yesterday. I haven't needed to do that. No, I did shave yesterday, but my beard growth is such that it comes right back. I have cut my coffee down. I was drinking 2 pots a day. This is my 2nd cup of coffee for the day. It's not late for me. My hours are different. Soup in the shower. Oh, God. That went down the wrong way. Excuse me. Yeah, alphabet soup. Soup in the shower. Yeah, try Cheerios in the shower. That wouldn't work well. You get all soggy, or Frosted Flakes, or Sugar Smacks, or Sugar Pops, something like that. I didn't try to kill anyone. I just gave him a warning. See, people twist what I say. I told the story last night. I chased the guy down with a van. I pinned him against the wall. He was in no danger. I didn't know how to drive. And I got out of the van and I went up to him and I said, if you ever mess with me again, I will kill you. It was rhetorical. I wanted to put the fear of God into him, and I did it. No, she did not kiss my feet. That's another thing. One girl kissed me down into my feet. In other words, she French kissed me so much it felt like it was going down to my feet. The other girl did a striptease for me. So, my mouse. I would eat a donut. A man's obsessed with donuts. I haven't had a donut in months. You know, donuts now where I live in Oakland and in this area are $2 a donut for a Jolly Donut. So unless I go to Safeway or somewhere, yeah, she stripped down to her bra and panties. But the other one was blonde and very busty and walked up to me and put her mouth on my lips, and I just about fainted because she was gorgeous. And the other reason I almost fainted is her boyfriend was going to the school at the same time, but he wasn't there that day. And if he'd found out, he would have killed me. So, but she was moving too. So that's why she was moving out of the state. So I guess that's why she kissed me. I don't know why to this day. I was 7th grade and she was in the 12th grade. So I don't know. I played football. I was a center, and I played something. What did I play? Baseball. I was a catcher. But there was a Hunt's Donuts a block from my junior high school, and I ate donuts. But it didn't matter with me. I wasn't very fast. I just could throw the ball and field the ball. So and snap the ball. But I was very slow. I could never run right. I was a terrible runner. But it's been 54 years, so I don't remember much about being a center. I was a catcher. And I couldn't hit because I couldn't see the ball when I took my mask off because my eyesight was crap. But I could throw the ball. I was a good fielder. I just couldn't see to hit. I hit a home run once, and everybody in the stands, both coaches and all the players said, holy F word, he hit a effing home run. And I rounded the bases and got to third and didn't want to know what to do because I'd never hit a home run before. And they said, go, go, go. And so I walked home. And I just stood there with the bat, and how to cook donuts. Okay, you take the batter, you mix it up with flour, you make the batter, and you roll it up into circles, or you could roll it up into long tubes like this, and you get hot oil that's boiling, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the temperature. You can look up these things on the internet, you know. And you drop it in the oil, and then you take a slotted spoon and you pull it out when you think it's cooked enough. You don't want to burn it. And you take paper towels on a plate, and you take the donut, and you put it on the paper towels, and then you can, good thing to do is sprinkle the powdered sugar on it. And you can fill it with jelly or something. I like Krispy Kreme, but the problem is Krispy Kreme, it's like you're having a diabetic attack. You bite into a Krispy Kreme, you're going, ugh, there's too much sugar. So, and besides, the nearest Krispy Kreme is 6-7 miles from here, and they have a drive-through, and you know, you eat one or two, you're like sugared out for about 6 months. So I don't go over there. I've cut out donuts. I used to eat chocolate. I used to eat Entenmann's chocolate-covered donuts and mini donuts, and I went crazy. And they used to have the company that owned them went bankrupt, and now they're owned by Bimbo. They got rid of all their thrift stores, and they had a blueberry strudel that was incredible, and they had like pretzels, they had strawberry jam and blueberry jam and peach jam, and it's all gone, and bread. So, but I've cut a lot. I still do peach preserves on my bagels and with butter, and well, I've done some video. They give you things like, the favorite thing that they give me is breaded fish. Then they give me what I ate tonight, which is this pork thing with noodles and spinach. I hate spinach, so I throw out the spinach. And some of it's good. They give me a burrito with rice and vegetables. Some of it, and the one thing they give me, I got rid of most of the pork because I said I can't eat this pork. It's awful. And they give me beets, and I hate beets, and I can't eat their cabbage. I don't know what they do to it. It's purple or something, and I took one bite and went, eh, so I don't eat the cabbage. But it keeps me going when I've been really broke and had nothing to eat. They give 7 meals plus some fruit, and they have this fruit that's in water, and even though it's supposed to be good, I take one bite and I go, this is terrible. So I give them to somebody, or I give them to Kathy. They give me milk, and I use that for cereal. It's 140 calorie milk, so yeah, I can't stand beets. Neither can Kathy. So she hates cauliflower. I got a cauliflower I got to eat tonight. I forgot to have that. She gave me cauliflower, and I hope it's still good. It's in the vegetable keeper. And I love cauliflower. I have 2 packages of frozen broccoli and cauliflower. I love broccoli. I love Brussels sprouts, which she hates. And every once in a while I get lucky. I go to the farmer's market, and they have Brussels sprouts in a stalk like that. You get about 30 of them for $3 or $4. The other problem they're doing now, I consider it a racket. You used to go to the farmer's market with a $20 bill and go home with 2 bags of groceries. Now everything's organic. That's the racket, the organic racket. And I went in there one day and I saw a little thing of cherries in a little basket. Now, it's going to be $3. $5 for cherries. Now, she's addicted to strawberry Haagen-Dazs and other things. She likes food, but she likes ice cream. She went and bought a blackberry pie, and it's not the same without ice cream. I said, last thing we need is ice cream. Now, we did buy a Claim Jumpers peach pie around Christmas time. They were on sale. I went and bought another one. She went and bought another one. It was so incredible. It was whatever they put in as the sauce around the peaches was better than sex. I've never tasted a pie like that. So, and now Sex Fresh would be work, and I'd be gasping for breath. So, but how come I can't see this thing? Hold on. Dragon who is standing orange color. What dragon is? Oh. It's not a dragon. Well, it is sort of a dragon. It's a Charmander. I think. Pokemon Canvas. That's my favorite Pokemon. It's Charmander, Charizard, Charmeleon. Boy, I don't think I paid that for this. But maybe this says $14.99. Wow. This is from. Oh, that's why it was in the Pokemon Center. I think Kathy gave this to me. So I love Charmander, my favorite. So Charizard. Well, I don't remember. I just know they go from one Charizard to Charmeleon to Charmander to, I don't know. I don't care. I know when I play Pokemon on the Game Boy, it's I had 100th level. He was kicking legendary Pokemon butt, so I lost my Game Boy. Healthy, lean meat, fresh fruits and vegetables. Well, you know what, Raymond? Everybody tells me to do that. You're going to give me money to go shopping? That's why you see me eat chili and beef stew, because I only have so much money at times. I go to Food Max, and when I have money, I get fruit and vegetables. But I get bored, and I start eating nectarines, and then the doctor told me not to eat orange juice because of the acid reflux. So what the apples are boring to me. I eat grapes. I go through them like crazy. There's nothing to do in this house. Like on the weekend, I can't go anywhere. The buses run every 2 hours. They stop at 6 o'clock. And if you go somewhere, then you got to wait 2 hours for the bus. And what am I going to do for 2 hours? So I sleep or eat. Now, when Kathy gets a car, we'll be going out. I don't eat junk when I go out with her most of the time, although she's addicted to Carl's Jr. And I don't know what the hell he's saying. So why is he typing in Russian? I can't read Russian, and neither can anybody else. So I do make. Someone left another crock pot downstairs, and I washed that out. The lid is cracked, but I have 2 crock pots now, and I'm going to get another pressure cooker, automatic pressure cooker, so that I can cook things. I do cook chicken with vegetables. I take the skin off. I don't like a lot of store brands because they taste horrible. So, and Walmart store brands are hideous, with a few exceptions. So yeah, that would help. But and I also look for sales. And when I get my printer, which is underneath here, to be back, Epson unfortunately has a new printer. It has a bin and it's no cartridges. China. Now, I have to ask a question, Barry, because you have to be clear on this. Is he talking about the country China or is he talking about dishes? One never knows with George Norrie. So, I like bananas. I love grapefruit, but because I got to start taking my cholesterol medication, you're not allowed to eat grapefruit. It screws up the readings or it does something. I haven't listened to Norrie in weeks. I'm too busy doing things. And I start watching DirecTV now. How do I feel about Russian? Are you referring to the country, the people, or the dressing? I've got no issue with the Russian. Well, I take that back. The Russians moved in Lithuania and invaded Tilsit and took the city back from the people that lived there, including my mother and her parents. So we're not fond of the Russian army and the communist government, but I have no problem with the individual Russian people. Except for my mother's former housekeeper, who was a thief and cost me somewhere between $5,000 and $15,000. So I'm not fond of her at all. All right, Bitcoin tonight. That'd be a good name for a podcast. Bitcoin tonight. I've never understood Bitcoin because of December was 11,000 and it's gone down, and it's when the .com bubble burst in the, 80s. I told people if you can't eat it, wear it, put it in your car, or feed your dog or cat. Don't invest in these online companies because they aren't brick and mortar. So well, no, Russians are not all communist. The people, their economy was collapsing because they were spending, like the North Koreans, everything on the military, like the Chinese, and eventually you can't indefinitely spend everything on the military. Your economy dies because you're not getting consumer goods in, and nobody's got any food. So that's why this, and as I've mentioned, I can't remember. I think it was. Wasn't Gorbachev, Yeltsin. Yeltsin went to a supermarket in North Carolina, came to visit this country, or Virginia, somewhere. And he saw everything in the supermarket. I mean, you could get anything, right? In Russia, they stand in line for 3 days and get told they're out of bread, they're out of eggs, they're out of meat, they're out of whatever. And he said, this is incredible. And he said, I knew that at that point that communism had to die. Our system was not working. And capitalism had won. So that's the difference between the old communist economy and our economy. Everybody, the left bitches about, a free economy and businessmen and all of that, but I can go to a grocery store and get anything I want if I have the money. And in Venezuela, where the shelves are bare, in Cuba, where they don't get enough food, the people are starving, in North Korea, where they're definitely starving. Venezuela, they're eating dogs and cats, for God. They had to kill their pets. So, and the whole thing with the welcome to the George Norrie play-by-play video cast. When you have an economy where the people don't have food and they're packed 16 in an apartment and it takes 10 years to buy a car, there's something wrong. And their cars, the Pagoda, were mostly crap. So, but the upper level communists, they were driving Mercedes, they had Dakas, they had special stores where they get products in the West. And the other thing, when people started getting music and videos from the West, and particularly East Germany, they were seeing the products coming out of the West. They said, we want this stuff, and why aren't we getting it? And that's another reason that led to the revolt and the collapse of communism in Russia and the Eastern Bloc and Germany. They wanted the stuff that we have in the West. The only people that are backwards other than North Korea, some of the Chinese mentality, some of the Vietnam mentality is, well, maybe the sharks will go for the mustache. Swimming in the sea is unsafe. Depends on where you are. There have been sharks off of San Francisco. There are sharks in San Francisco Bay, but there have been killer sharks off the ocean beach. Communism, socialism doesn't work, inevitably collapses because people want their own property. They want to work for their own stuff, and they don't want to. What do I do with that thing? Oh, there it is. They want to have their own life. They don't want to be told what to do. Can cause stomach bugs. Well, yeah, well, you can get all kinds of things from inhaling seawater. All right, I'm going to put this up. This is one of my signs I pick up for $1. This describes my Mac or any computer. Hold on. So we're going to go up here. Oh, now I can't see the computer that way. Where am I going to do this? Okay. And my housekeeper was kind of, Norrie says there's no such thing as coincidences. Well, I don't know if it was coincidence, but it was, just scared myself. I saw the sign. There's a picture of see you later, Joseph. Have a good night. Thank you. Stick around for the story. He walks in. We start talking about the housekeeping, and he looks at my bookshelf, and he sees George Norrie, Art Bell, Stanton Friedman, UFOs, and he said, I saw your books on Art Bell. I saw your books with George Norrie. Do you listen to Coast? I said, George Norrie is a friend of mine. We did a TV pilot 2 years ago. I've interviewed him. Art Bell knows me. He said, I've listened to Coast for years, and I listen to Norrie. So we have that in common. And he's from Roswell. And his mother is from Roswell, and his father was in the Army, and his uncles worked at White Sands. So that's fascinating. So I have a housekeeper from Roswell. For guys in the UFOs, to have a housekeeper from Roswell, New Mexico, the mecca of UFOs, where all the flying saucer story almost started. That's incredible. How likely is to get someone from Roswell? Now, I intend to go to Roswell in a couple of years. I may get someone. I may go to Abram once he learns how to drive to go with me to Roswell, and you'd see the guy from Pittsburgh at the crash site, and go to the Corona crash site as well. I know where that is. I've done enough research on that. Why are you trying to ploy me with drugs and vodka? I mean, I don't drink. I drink Hennessy or Courvoisier and put it in my tea, and I drink the Pennsylvania Dutch stuff, which has eggnog, brandy, whiskey, I forget what else. I just threw the bottle out. I take sips of that. That's good stuff, but if you drink too much, you'll get bombed. On the Roswell station. I know Roswell is FM. I know Roswell is AM. I've seen on iHeart there are Roswell stations. And so, oh, wait a minute. Let me get two things. I'll be right back. I need a house so all my stuff could be at hand. I know Roswell is FM. I know Roswell is AM. I've seen on iHeart there are Roswell stations. I need a house so all my stuff is in. I need a bigger bedroom. Or a smaller George, I don't know which. Okay, there's three things I want to show you. I've shown one of these before. I've actually shown two of these. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. This is the Roswell Inn Motor Hotel, Roswell, New Mexico ashtray. There's that. And then I have this. This is the Limoges box. I've never seen it before or since. And it says, I have another one, not a Limoges box, but the companion item with coffee, Area 51, Las Vegas. And then there's this. I met him at a UFO convention in San Jose. And we talked about the crash, and I firmly believe it happened. And it's autographed. And let's see if they got the cockamamie BS with the famous balloon BS. Jesse Marcel was an intelligence officer, and they were sending up, there's Jesse Marcel Sr., they were sending up balloons from the roof on a building on downtown Roswell all the time. He would have known the difference between a balloon and a UFO. So what do you do in Roswell, Barry, other than listen to Norrie and give sports reports of George Norrie? Who's on? 6 people watching. I guess it's getting too late for people. Got the diehard fans here. I don't understand my regular fans who say they watch all my videos are not here. So that's disappointing. I got 3 guys here and a guy who writes in Russian that I can't understand. He does have a little alien symbol, though, or it looks like an alien with antennae, or it's a Russian ant. You don't work at the UFO museum, do you? You could send me some stuff. That's the only museum I know about. I know the military academy may still be there. Yeah, I don't like to read books. I've read every book I own. Years ago, a friend of mine didn't believe me, and I said I've read, at that time, that was in the 90s, I had 10,000 books. 80s, I had 10,000 books. Raymond, how you doing? You hear George. No, I hear George. You Raymond. Me, George. And I have 17 bookcases in here, so there's all kinds of stuff here. Political books, financial books. I've got all kinds of stuff in finance. If I ever had any money to invest, that would be the thing. All right, tell me how much it costs, and I'll send you money. You can send it to me. I'll say I got this straight out of Roswell. Yeah, well, a lot of times I read books late at night. It helps me go to sleep. Well, you know me, email, drop me a line. If there's something, you could send me a catalog or an online link, and if there's something I want, I'll PayPal you the money, and you can ship it to me. I'm more than willing to pay for it. I was making a joke about sending it to me, but... Trying to see what it was. I forgot what I put there. I put a bunch of mystery books there. The spy books. Matt Helm. So anyway, next time I do this, I'll be more prepared. I'll do some research and actually talk about something serious. And robot aircraft can catch criminals or invade your privacy. What you need to know about the swarm coming to U.S. skies. Good drone, bad drone. This is from... Where the hell is this from? 9/13. This is before... If I'm reading this right. Get these things, I keep them for one reason or another, and then look at them later on. Yeah, 2013. God, this has been around a while. Before I really ever heard of a drone, other than Area 51 drone from Belgium. So, I have books by Steve Allen. I have books on Star Trek people. I have Roberto Clemente, The Almanac of World Crime, Modern Artillery Weapons. This one's interesting because this tells you how to. This is one of my survival books per se. This tells you how to survive in. Costco sells these. There's a number of them. Extreme Weather Survival Manual. And these are about 18 bucks a piece. By the editors of Outdoor Life. And this will tell you how to survive a cyclone, a hurricane, how to build a fire in the rain, drive safely on flooded roads. Well, I think that's a mistake because you get in a flooded road, you're not going to want to. The truth about lightning, avoid hot spots, how to try to bring somebody back if they've been hit by lightning, hail, thunderstorms, winter rains. By the way, Thursday we're supposed to get rain here, and the apps that I have on my iPad says it's going to start raining Thursday morning at midnight and rain for 24 hours. Not straight, but pretty much all day, on and off. Let's see if I can find something to show you here. And you have to worry about when the snow melts. Build a wilderness survival kit. And survive in a snowbound car. All kinds of stuff. I subscribe to, I think, Outdoor Life. A lot of hunting stuff in there. But I just sent off a subscription link to one of the how to treat frostbite, how to determine wind chill, build a snow cave, how to stock your home for emergencies. So books like this, if you don't have them, you should get a couple of these. Even if you're not in an area where you have tornadoes, earthquakes, typhoons, flooding, you never know what might happen. A water main could break and flood your house, and then what would you do? Yeah, I have a pirate flag. Where do I have a pirate flag? No, there's no pirate flag that I can see, but then I can't see very well. Where does he see a pirate flag? I have one from 74, the Chinese Armed Forces today. This is one I have. Let's see here. I can get this. And these are not paranormal, but there's this one. Anyway, where does he see a pirate flag? There's no pirate flag. Oh, this! Okay, boy, he's got better eyesight than I got. Yeah, that was for Free Art Bell. When Art Bell had to leave Sirius XM. I put that up. That's been up there for years. I don't even notice it anymore. You got good eyes. But remember, I am from Pittsburgh, and there be pirates there. Arrgh. You're right. I'm wrong. So I broke my lanyard the other day. If you have a lanyard, Raymond, a UFO lanyard in your museum, drop me a line and tell me what it is, and I'll send it to you. So I could use a new lanyard. They snag on things, and the fabric snaps. It irritates the hell out of me. I'm looking for a lanyard that's covered up in rubber or something. Haven't found one. So, well, anything you want to ask people, because I'm running out of stuff to talk about. I have not looked at the news. I've not looked at except briefly. I've not looked at paranormal. And I'm really lost without my iPhone because I tend to look for news on there, and with the screen broken, I can't look. If I had a second iPad, I'd be doing a lot more looking. I can only do one thing at a time. Losing that iPad hurt, and it was $1,200. And by the way, I have eaten well and better things at times. I gotta make sure this whole stack doesn't fall on me, which it may. And I didn't get the magazine I wanted. Here's History. I kept this History magazine, Titanic. And this one, I just dropped that. Here's a 6-year-old. I should look at this and see if I need to keep this. If not, I should get rid of it. Weight Watchers from 2012. And this is, I kept this because it had some neat articles in it. Hold on. Scary Monsters magazine. And merchandise you can buy. See what they got in here. But I used to get a lot of stuff at Borders, and when Borders went bye, I can't get the stuff anymore. Oh, and here is the late Bob Wilkins, the great horror show host, and I was on Creature Features, so sat in the chair next to Bob. And there's Frankenstein. And we have an antique thing, and I kept this for one. We're big into Halloween. This was an article on Halloween, so I kept that. So, the problem with used is you never know what you're going to get, and there's no warranty. The only way I would buy and I use the quote loosely, a used iPhone or an iPad or an iMac is if it's refurbished by Apple, then you've got a warranty. I think it's 90 days, but you got a warranty. And I'd buy Apple Care. I think you can get Apple Care on those. That's why I like to buy new. When I bought this Mac, it was new, and the first one, they had to give me a second Mac. The Mac had a big red line on it, and they couldn't fix it, so they gave me a whole new Mac, and that was $1,200, so 10 years ago. That's a lot of money. And the ironic thing is I got on Thursday, took it to the Mac shop. They didn't have it ready till Monday. And on Monday afternoon, Apple came out with a whole new line of new Macs. So I felt like a fool. Really made me mad. My Mac was automatically obsolete in 4 days. Wasn't obsolete, but they came out with a. I had the June 2010. Yeah, well, the problem is that I'm not a student, and I don't know when they have sales on Apple. So, and as for PCs, I've looked at Windows 10. I don't understand it at all. It's not Windows Vista. It's not Windows 7, and it's so different than what I used on Windows. I go like, I don't know how to use this. So I can't figure out the damn Android phone. I'm supposed to learn Windows 10. I've got Windows 10 books here, but I don't understand it. It's different than what I'm used to. I use Windows 3.1, Windows 1, Windows 2, Windows 3, Windows ME, Windows something else. And but I haven't touched a PC other than the evil laptop that MV from Belgab sent me in about 10 years. Except for briefly. I played a game on Maroney's computer one night. He allowed me to start a whole new scenario in this Microsoft game he had. And this is why I like my Mac. This Mac, I can't play games on it because the CD drive is dead. It keeps ejecting everything. The get a new CD drive for this is $80, but I called the store in Concord, and to put the SSD drive in it and to put the CD drive in it, they charged me $250. I do not have the technical knowledge to tear down my Mac and put it in myself, but I need tools, stable. I have to turn the Mac on its face, open it up, take the glass out. I might break the damn glass, and it takes about 2 hours to do that. Not yet. We're saving up for a Prius. We've got 30. On Thursday, we'll have 3,450. I can't give Kathy $200 next month, but I'm giving her some food to help out and food money. In April, I'll give her another 300. She puts in 300, another 200. She puts in 300 a month, so that will give us 3,900. But the cheapest Prius we've seen is $3,400. We may need to save up $5,000 before we get another car, and it's a shared car. She drives it, but my name's on it for the handicap placard because she has to drive me around. I walk with a cane, and I have mobility issues. So, and then starting in October, I start saving up for my car, which is a big 4x4, 6-seater car. I'll never have 6 people in the car unless I go to a UFO convention and we all go to dinner, and I drive the car or someone else does. But I'll have lots of room to get computer equipment, speakers, whatever, extra televisions for my videos, another monitor for the Apple IIe and Apple IIgs that are in the living room. I want to get another Sony, but a small one, 32-inch, because then I can hook up my GS on my main television in the living room, and my other one, when I get that. I also want to go, I looked up, I think it was around $900 for a 4K. Sony just came up with a prototype, an 8K, but no price yet. And LG has interesting televisions. They have ones with incredible color. They have ones they just came out, but it's a prototype. It's not, instead of having a TV, you roll, and they don't know how to do it yet to have you type and all that, but you roll up the TV like this, and you take it with you. It's like a big, long tube, but when you unfold it, you can see the screen on it. And that's fascinating. And they just announced that, but that's a prototype stage too. That would be incredible if you could take you wouldn't need a computer. You wouldn't maybe need a computer. Your computer could be on this rolled up thing, and you just unroll it and start doing touchscreen. So they're working on it. Eventually, things like the iPad and MacBooks and laptops will be gone. You'll just carry your little rolled up portable television and type on your screen and do videos on your rolled up. You'll keep it in a tube to keep it safe, and you put it in your backpack, which amazes me. I mean, I'm still amazed that I can get on when Skype worked. I could get on and talk to my friend in Alberta, Canada, talk to someone in New York, which I've done, talk to someone in Seattle or Vancouver, for free. And if I do video, they can see me. And that boggles me. If you told me that 50 years ago, in the days when we were reading Dick Tracy about the wristwatch TV, I would have said, "You're crazy." What are you talking about? So, getting another Prius. And then once I get my 4x4, I may buy a used motorhome. If one, I can find one that isn't all junky, so we could take a long trip and then tow the Prius to the 4x4 behind the motorhome. So if you park the motorhome and then you go to dinner in the car. There are a lot of used motorhomes on eBay, but a lot of them are in fair shape at best. I now have 25, 30. I saw one motorhome, it was $500,000. And I went, whoa. So, if I ever had the money like the lotto, I could do what Ernest Borgnine does. He outfitted a bus as his motorhome and drove all over the country and did videos on YouTube about McHale, from McHale's Navy. And other than going to London and maybe Germany and France to see the battlefields and the Battle of Bulge. I have no desire to go anywhere in Europe. Maybe Copenhagen or Amsterdam if I were going over there. Africa, no desire to go anywhere in Africa. I would go to Israel. South America, I would go maybe to Mexico briefly. Guatemala to see lion cat. Buenos Aires, home of probably the best beef in the world, and beautiful women and interesting architecture. Australia, the Philippines, again for the battlefields and to see what's left of Corregidor, and maybe Hong Kong to buy stuff, and Japan. That's the extent of where I would go, but I don't know if my body could take all that traveling. It's 18 hours on the plane to, if not more, just to Australia. And I'm not going to go around the outback in Australia fighting off crocodiles or alligators or whatever the hell they have there, or poisonous snakes or something. I would like, if I weren't so messed up, I would love to go see a ball game in every major league ballpark and take one football season, but someone would have to watch. I'd have to have Abram watch and feed my cats. I'd love to go around a motorhome or fly if I had the money and go watch every Steelers game one season. That would be cool. Fly around and follow the Steelers and then do videos on it. I do want to see a live Steelers game and do videos, and a live Pirates game. I'm not into hockey, but I would go to a Penguins game just once. I would love to have 1 million subscribers, but it took me 7 years to get 1,000. I don't have that long to live. Not unless I did some incredible video, like I had a live fire or an earthquake or a disaster, or, I don't want to do smarmy pranks on girls or something like that. That's just not me. I've seen these prank videos where they get like 250,000 views, but I'm 65 years old. It's just not who I am. And I do have some discs around here somewhere that will teach me Japanese and Spanish. I knew Spanish. I could learn German and then finally sit down with somebody and be taught Hebrew. My mother wanted me to learn Hebrew. So that I would like to do. Learn how to do proper things in the video that other people are doing in their videos, but I need someone to teach me. And one of my big complaints, everybody would complain, you should know how to do this stuff. I don't. And there's no one here to help me. There's me and the cats. So. Fuzzy keeps eating out of this little food bowl, and I keep stepping on it all the time because it's right when I have to get out of here. Okay, 8 guys are watching. How come no one's talking? Other than Raymond occasionally, who's been a big supporter of this channel, and I thank him, and the Russian fellow. I would like to know his real name other than Piknek. Sounds like Russian Klingonese. Piknek. Kaplak. I know more Klingon than I know Russian. Let me see. Where is my cat? Which cat? Well, little girl's outside. And if I weren't doing videos, I'd let her in. Fluffy's sleeping on the bed. And Fuzzy's been hiding in odd places. She's not in her cat cave. No, I don't have children. Kathy had herself made so she can't have children. And with my back, knee, ankle, weight, other things, I'm not about to procreate anybody at 65. So I would have liked to have a son or a daughter pass the line around, but that's not going to happen. Okay, Stop growling. I fed you earlier. My stomach is objecting to the fact that it's hungry. Ah. How many cats do you have, Raymond? Uh-oh, I'm losing my voice again. And the main reason I was drinking tea was trying to stay awake. 7 cats! I got you beat by double. I once had 15 cats in an apartment not much bigger than this bedroom. Didn't know about spaying and neutering, and the kitty got in the apartment one day and made the kitties all pregnant. Email me some pictures of your kitties. I'll put them on my blog. And everybody loves it when I post kitty pictures of my and cat. And I found homes for them all, or a couple of them went with me. 4 of them went with me. Found homes for the rest of my kitties. My original 4. Trippy, Littleput, Squirt, Squirt, and I cannot remember the name of the 4th cat. That's driving me crazy. It's probably buried in the back of my brain from 1977 to 80. Trippy, Lilliput, Squirt, Squirt. I can't remember. Well, I had Snooky because that was the other cat, but the original 4, I can't remember the 4th cat. I love kitties. Found a great shirt that says, I want to hug every kitty in the world. And that's what I would love to do if they'd let me. I love cats. I love animals. Give every kitty a hug and tell it it's loved and find it a home. No kitty, no dog, cat, horse, creature should be homeless. No human should be homeless. Everybody should have a home, water, fresh water, clean air, food to eat, roof over their head. Basic necessities. You can get along without power. You can get a solar oven or make one. You can build a fire. You can get a piece of grill and build yourself a fire pit and cook on that. But there are people out there that are hungry and cold. And some of them are found frozen to death. No, I don't go to church. I'm Jewish. We don't go to church. We go to temple. But the problem is the nearest temple from me is about 12 miles away, and thank you, Raymond. Says 4 loving homes is 4 more votes to heaven for you, George. I've had 27 cats, and all of them, technically the first 4 were strays. My first girlfriend, Julie, watched my cats for a week, and a year went by and no Julie. So that's how I went up with cats in the first place. But, excuse me. The nearest temple is in Walnut Creek or Lafayette, and both of them require a car. The one is way up on top of a hill that I have no way how I can walk up, and the other one is on this kind of back roadish thing. So the next one would be in Oakland. It's easier for me to go to the temple in San Francisco, but then it was a case unless I were to go Friday night, there's no way to get home without a car. So that's why I don't go to the temple. I have no way to get there. And I really, I've talked to God, I've said prayers, and He knows I'm here. You don't have to. There are Jews and there are people that never go to temple, but they say their prayers and they conduct their business with the Lord. So I'm just not a fanatic about it like some people. I'm firmly convinced there's something. No, there's transportation, but everything stops here at 9:15. If I were to go to San Francisco tomorrow in the morning, I have to rush back on BART and get to the bus before 9:15 p.m. or there's no way to get to Martinez. And that's why that's why I'm giving Kathy money to order a car. And then I got to find one on Craigslist that we can afford, then go get. go to where the car is, meet the guy, check the car out and buy it and insure it and register it and all that stuff. And Jerry Brown, with his evil, has not made that harder, easier. He's raised the price of registration here at least $300, in some cases $500. And for poor people, that really hurts. But there's not many people on disability. I've never met anybody that has Prius either. I got the Priuses because I knew they're very low maintenance. Buses here during the week start at 5:30. They run 40 minutes to an hour and a half apart. They did the schedule where if you get on one bus and get off at like BART, the next bus is not there and you miss the bus, you got to wait another 20 to 30 to 40 minutes to an hour and a half. It's stupid. And there's only one escape from Martinez on the weekend, the 316. It starts at 9 a.m., it stops at 6 p.m., and it runs every 2 hours. And it only goes from here, up Alhambra, up the freeway, down to Pleasant Hill Theater, around to Buskirk, and down to Pleasant Hill BART. That's it. So it does go to the farmer's market at the Century Theater, but I've never been there. I haven't even been there when we had a car. I couldn't get Kathy to show up in the morning to go. She ain't a morning person either. They do have a farmer's market here on Sundays and all year round now, and I think it's Thursdays, but I'm not sure. And they have a farmer's market in Concord, but that's only during the spring and summer and early fall. They don't run it year round. There is a farmer's market in the Ferry Building in San Francisco and one at the Berkeley BART station, but I haven't been there in a long time. When you take public transportation, then you gotta lug this stuff home. So, which is another reason I want my own land. I build my own greenhouse and when I build the greenhouse, I'm going to have shelves like off the ground. I'm not lazy per se, but I'll have them raised off the ground about 3 or 4 feet, and I can get a wheeled chair and do the gardening in my chair because I won't have to put any strain on my back. Yeah, I'm getting a used SUV. It'll cost me about $6,000 to get one. We have a bus. It looks just like the picture of your bus. It's, got a window, a windshield, a driver's seats. It has handicapped seats. It has a rear door and a front door. A bus is a bus. There are big different configurations of buses. We have a minibus that will pick you up. You have to sign up for it, get doctors to certify you. One will pick me up here, take me where I have to go. Then I tell them I want to be picked up at X time, and they'll take me back. It's $4 each way. And it only costs me, I get 20 rides for $15 on a card. I think it's 75 cents a ride. So unless it was a real emergency, I've never signed up for that, but I've thought about it. I might do that. Now, if I can ever get Uber to work, I can take Uber to Concord for about $10. Take Uber to Walmart or from Walmart for about $9. But with this caregiver, he will take me to the store, and he will, if I need to get my Mac repaired or something or go to the vet, he can take me there. So that will be a huge help. And then I could go and say, okay, I want to go to Whole Foods Market, or I want to go to Sprouts Farmers Market in Walnut Creek, and then I'd have to give him a little extra for the gas. And you want to go do some shopping or something on his own time, and he's amenable to that. So that would be really big. Once Kathy gets a car, you'll see me going to Food Max, you'll see me going to the farmers markets, you'll see me going to Sprouts, and Whole Foods is very pricey. It's owned by Amazon now, but I'd go in there and get some stuff. But without a car, when I carry too much, it puts strain on my lower back and my spine, and it starts feeling like it's on fire. Which is another reason you see me not bring a lot of stuff. I bring stuff home, and Walmart does not have they have now fresh vegetables and fruits and they took part of the candy aisle out, but a lot of it's way overpriced. I can get potatoes at Food Max, 10 pounds of potatoes for as low as $1.50. Walmart wants $5 for potatoes. The only thing that's cheap there in the way of fruits and vegetables, they have bananas for $1. where Safeway charges 79 cents a pound. I do go to Target and buy occasional fruits and vegetables when they're on sale and stuff that's been on sale. I really like Gorton's or the other guys. I can't remember who they are, Mrs. Paul's. I like breaded fish, although it's probably not that healthy, but I like fish. And I do go get shrimp skewers from Safeway, and occasionally I'll break down for $8 a pound. I will get a piece of red snapper or tilapia. Walmart is cheap for cat food, and I get the El Cheapo rough toilet paper, and I get my Lysol deodorizing cleaner for the cat boxes, and I get my Dawn dish detergent there, paper towels, aluminum foil for cooking, cat food, cat litter sometimes. I go down, they have an aisle of the stuff that they're selling, and I've gotten really cheap stuff there. I get my peach water there. I go to the electronics, and they had a big cart, and I got a lot of stuff in the electronics bin, but next time I came by, it was all gone. So you never know what you're going to find in there. And videos, I get Blu-rays for $7 or $8. And some of those on Amazon cost it. But it's all, a lot of it junky movies I wouldn't watch in the first place. They have a big bin of Blu-rays. So what I do with the wheelchair, I get an empty cart, take all the Blu-rays out, put them back in nice and neat, they're all piled up, and then anything I want, then I buy them. I was buying about one a month when Kathy and I went out. And I do get clothes. I got the sweats I'm wearing from Walmart, the gray sweats I wear from Walmart, socks, underwear, when I could find my sizes, T-shirts when they were on size, swimsuits when I was, shorts when I found my size. We went not here in Martinez, but I go out to Livermore, Pleasanton, San Ramon, and we go to the Super Center, which there's one in Tracy, but we've also gone all the way up to I think Roseville, to the Super Center. There's a Super Center store in Sacramento too. When we happen to be up there, we go in there. West Sacramento has a Walmart, has a lot of stuff that this place doesn't have. This is a small Walmart. But compared to the other stores for certain things, I get stuff. I also go to Grocery Outlet. Every once in a while when something is on sale at Nob Hill Foods, I go there. I go to Lucky when something is on sale, but Lucky and Nob Hill are very pricey. Nob Hill is even more expensive. My creamer costs $2.98 at Walmart. It costs $6 at... Well, I like being able to watch the stuff when I want to on my Blu-ray player. And there's a lot of stuff on YouTube that isn't out. I mean, a lot of stuff on Blu-ray or DVD that isn't on YouTube. I have found things like David McCollum's I think it's 3 DVD series that they aren't on YouTube. So paranormal stuff is not on YouTube. Sightings is not on YouTube. They're very expensive. You try to find them on Amazon or eBay. What do I think is a zombie apocalypse? Well, that's when a disease or some other environmental factor, something in space, a virus, the dead come back to life and they crave human brains or human blood, or they start eating human flesh. That's a zombie apocalypse. And George Norrie had a guest on one night. He said it's unlikely unless the rabies virus would mutate, and then people would have the desire to bite people, but that's it. There's something else. I go to Rasputin Video a lot. Rasputin Records, they have videos, and I find bargains there, and I found paranormal stuff. I found UFO hunters. I found Ancient Aliens cheap. I found the X-Files cheap. I found the A-Team, Perry Mason. Depends on what you go in there. You never know what the price is going to be. Sometimes they're cheaper than eBay or Amazon, but mostly they're not. And I find old stuff. They have DVDs. They have sometimes Blu-rays marked down, but not often. I've switched from DVDs to Blu-rays because the quality of the video is much better. And you look at my living room, I have about 250 on this DVD holder, 250 Blu-rays and DVDs. And someone left a case, a big wooden drawer thing. I got to move the chair and show people that. And I've started to put my excess DVDs and my paranormal DVD. It's really meant for VHS tapes. But I can put some of the VHS that have never come. There's VHS tapes that have never come out on DVD. And the one that I've got is a Humphrey Bogart movie from 1931. It's never come out on DVDs, never come out on Blu-ray. It's only on VHS. And I have some paranormal stuff on VHS that's never come out on DVD. So never know what I'm going to find. I've walked into thrift stores and found paranormal books and paranormal videos for $1. But the problem is a lot of thrift stores now are greedy. The hospice store here, it's a cancer hospice store. They have books on sale every Wednesday for like 50 cents. And they have stuff on sale every Wednesday. You go in and that's sale day. But I got to have a car. I can take the bus up there. Then the problem, I get off the bus, then I want to go into Carl's Jr. and have a hamburger and fries and soda. And then what do? I can walk to the dollar store, and then I can walk to Walmart and take the bus home. So, yeah, I like the Roswell movie too, Martin Sheen. We've gone to flea markets, but we haven't seen. There's a flea market here at the drive-in. There's not many drive-ins around anymore. Drive-in is very popular here. So in Concord, right by the freeway, but I haven't seen much in the flea market there. We want to go to the Alameda flea market, which is on the former naval base, and that's huge. But we haven't gone there yet. I found a German Ratskeller in Alameda, and it's really fantastic. And across the street from it, oddly enough, is a Mongolian buffet, all you can eat. So I'm torn. Which one do we go to? But Kathy keeps talking about German food. Sadly, there's no German chocolate cake, no strudel, none of that stuff, none of the pastries. But you get all the food there. It's supposedly pretty good. The reviews are good. So when we get a car, we're gonna go over there. So I would love, and of course one of the bigger. We've been to a couple flea markets that we were told they were really great. They were awful. Yeah, I got a Get Smart movie for $1 at the Big Lots. Every once in a while you see a movie at Big Lots. It's cheap, but it's DVD, and I'm trying to get Blu-ray. I've never seen a UFO book in a dollar store. They have a lot of made for the dollar store books for $1, and they're really crappy stuff. Kids books, a lot of kids books. I see weird foods in the dollar store. And a guy named Matthias, if you ever watch his videos, he gets some incredible stuff sent him from dollar stores. Some really weird stuff, and really he got poop gummies tonight. And the word on the package was not poop; it was the S word, and they tasted like cola. And he got some chocolate sent to him. One was chocolate with something, and the other one was chocolate with peppers in it or something. And the guy literally ate that. And his co-host ate that and threw up. Tanner. So, Big Lots. The problem at Big Lots is there's a lot of off-brand stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's cheap. There's a lot of stuff that's very expensive. I got my purple Bluetooth wireless speaker there, and that worked great. And I have a charger somewhere around here. My problem is I put stuff down, I can't find the damn cable for it. And I need to start. I'll be so glad when I can see again and we get this place cleaned up. Then I can see what the hell I'm doing. What's this? Oh, that's my other portable hard drive. I got this at Safeway on sale. This was 79 cents. And we love Halloween. I'm running out of room to put my coffee. Oh, shit. There you go. Excuse me. There went everything on the floor. Again. This time I'll leave it there. That's the problem with this table. It's so small that anytime I move anything, something else collapses on me, and then I wind up... I need to find another bin like I found for the living room and put all this damn mail, the stuff I need to keep for one reason or another. Put the mail in a bin. I gotta go through this stuff and see how much I really need. So we'll move that over here. Go through that tomorrow. They have, the only meat I've ever seen in there other than chili is canned corned beef, canned meat products. No, the politics here is not my thing either. When I first came here in 1964, this was a thoroughly Republican state. The Southern Pacific and the Los Angeles Times and the Oakland Tribune controlled this state, and the only city that was liberal was San Francisco and Berkeley. Berkeley was conservative at one time. I could throw this out. PG&E energy statement. Well, I can't reach this stuff. It fell between the table and the clothing thing. It's really jammed in there. Can throw this out. Correspondence school stuff. Here's an blank envelope. So anyway, well, guys, it's 11:05. I'm sure one or more of you have to go to work in the morning. I think I'm going to end this. I was in, no, the haters online. Hello, Murdoch. I didn't realize that was you. I told you I can't see well on my right eye because the left eye is covered up with cataract. The haters in Belgab had said I was a Zodiac killer, which was ridiculous. I showed a book that proved I'm not. It's obvious I don't look anything like the man. But when he was doing the killings, I was 16 and living in Las Vegas. I am not the damn Zodiac killer. And I personally think he's dead. He probably was incarcerated in a psychiatric institution or prison and died or was murdered by an inmate. Kathy. So, I like Coast to Coast. Hello, Ed. Thank you. Maybe I'll stay here for a little while longer. But I don't listen to Nori because I wind up being on my iPad doing videos or reading a book or trying to go to sleep. And I turn on Nori, and a lot of times, and it's life insurance, I'll throw that out. A lot of times I turn on Nori and he's got a guest on, and I hear them talking for about 2 minutes. They say something so incredibly stupid that I get disgusted and turn it off, because that's the end of that. He's had some really dumb guests on. I'm going to have to move this whole table to get that stuff. It went way behind the table, behind the lamp. So, when I go in the kitchen to make dinner late at night, like 10 o'clock at night, I turn on Nori. And then get the 10 o'clock news, turn on Nori. And Oh, really? You got Dogman and Bigfoot. Time to write a book. The Dogman Bigfoot book. Cat lover. Hello, cat lover. Are you the cat lover from Lucky Ferals? If you are, I hope you're doing better. Cat lovers had medical problems. Welcome, guys. I don't know. I'd have to get up and look. I know Fluffy's sleeping. But poor little girl is outside and I can't let her in. Let me go see if little girl can come in if she's outside. I'll be back in a minute. I have about 1 foot of space here to get up off the table and move into the living room. But I don't listen to Nori because I wind up being on my iPad doing videos or reading a book or trying to go to sleep. And I turn on Nori and a lot of times it's like a lot of times I turn on Nori and he's got a guest on and I hear him talking for about 2 minutes and say something so incredibly stupid that I get disgusted and turn it off because that seems bad. He said some really dumb stuff. I'm like, you just stay kidding. Way behind the table. So, when I go in the kitchen to make dinner late at night, like 10 o'clock at night, I turn on noise. And then at 10 o'clock at night, turn on noise. And, oh, really? You got Dogman and Bigfoot. Time to write a book. The Dogman Bigfoot book. Cat lover. Hello, cat lover. Are you the cat lover from Lucky Ferals? If you are, I hope you're doing better. Cat lover is bad. Medical problem. Welcome, guys. I have to get up and look. I know Fluffy's doing it. That poor little girl is outside. I know you want your food, I'll feed you in a little while. Okay. Oh, I'm coming back. I just hit my head on a bookcase by the front door. Fuzzy's inside. Fluffy was coughing and went outside. Little girl came inside. So that's your cat report. If you mean tiny one, I petted her tonight. I fed her. I fed Talkie, and I fed Pretty One, and I fed Orangey, and I fed Gray, and the original Pretty One, the beautiful long-haired orange cat that at one point someone shaved he shaved his fur like a mohawk. It was very odd. Did that twice. Why, I don't know. He came around and he got some food. So, cats love coast to coast. You really dislike your cats that much, huh? YouTube shows and old-time radio and other old movies. The Lucky Ferals, I saw a video where Lisa M., who may still be here, I don't know. If you are, hello, Lisa. Her cat watches on a tablet, watches the Lucky Ferals, which is kind of cute. And seems to be fascinated by it. Who is here? Berry steak fries. I wish he'd give me. Yeah, I like Orangey, but the problem is that Squeaky's, the orange cat, is disguising himself, and I keep thinking he is orange. He comes running up, and he pushes the other kitties out of the way for food. I love Orangey dearly. I petted him tonight. He came up and, come on, and the two women were, the senior center at night has knitting and stuff and crocheting classes, and the women all get together. They have bingo on Thursday, but they canceled it for this week. And I belong to the senior center. But Orangey sees the people go in their cars and he gets scared and runs away. And I said, Orangey, they're not going to hurt you, and they like kitties. And the women say, oh, you're the guy that feeds the kitties. It's so nice of you to do that. So, and the people working there know me. They have a security camera. They can see everything out in the parking lot. They've watched me feed my kids. God, it look weird. It's weird to see me walking into the bedroom. Yeah, that was so cute. Lisa's cat watched the Lucky Pharaohs on her tablet. And the cat is like not moving, it's just staring at the screen. It's like it's mesmerized by the Lucky Pharaohs. And she has a cute cat. The other day she did a video where she was rocking the cat, and the cat didn't go to sleep. So, and if you like cats, you would love the Lucky Pharaohs. There's 5 of them. Splash, Simba, Stella, Boo, my favorite because he looks like Boop, and Hydrox, who lives outside. I keep wondering when LF, Lucky Pharaoh, is going to get Hydrox a home. Hydrox needs a person of his own at home. I know she loves Hydrox, but needs a place to live. And he's well fed and cared for in his own little house. And here is Fuzzy. Come here. Here's Fuzzy. By the way, I kissed Fluffy today. You know, he just started growling and hissing at me. I go, Fluffy. 12 years I had that cat. He's hissing at me. Silly cat. And Fuzzy tail. I miss Fuzzy because she was coming on the bed with me, but she sleeps in the hallway now or on her cat cave, in her cat cave. She is my little baby. Fuzzy, yes. Fuzzy. This is Fuzzy. Fluffy is the one in the living room, Mr. Grouchy. And she's purring away now. Now this is unusual because normally she freaks out if I hold her. But she's purring a mile a minute. Whoop, and my microphone has moved again. Excuse me. Fuzzy. Yeah, purr. Yeah. Fuzzy and Fluffy are litter mates. Fuzzy is the small one of the two, and then little girl is the other litter mate. She's all black. This is my Fuzzy. And she goes to the vet Thursday or Friday for the first time. And it's supposed to rain all day Thursday and all day Friday. And my caregiver says, let him know when I'm going to the vet. He'll come pick me up, take me to the vet, run me to Safeway, and then run me. I'm going to ask him if he would take me to Walmart so I can get cat litter and some cat food until Chewy delivers the cat food. And get my creamer and some more coffee. And something to eat. And I'll pay for his gas, so. I'm going to give him $10 or something. I don't know. She's very sweet. And she sits in the hallway, and every time I go by, she goes, rat. And that's either a pet me or pay attention to me rat or a rat feed me. But one thing that makes, I have to laugh because every time she looks, her eyes are all bugged out. And, oh my God. Yes. But she loves to go, ruh. She talks to herself, too. Yes. Okay, I will let you down, Fuzz Fuzz. You want to go down? You don't want to go down. You want to go down? Okay. Ooh, 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 little one. She hit the thing here really hard. I'm sorry, Fuzzy. She jumps out of my arms. If she gets too held too long, she gets frightened. And but I love her very much. Now, I went and got all these cats. They were wandering around the building here 12 years ago. Fluffy came in, ate cat food, and went to sleep. Little girl took 10 years to come in here and stay in here, but she would come in and eat. And then one day I picked up Fuzzy, and I said, you are my little Fuzzy, and you're going upstairs with me. And she came upstairs, And it took me a long time for let her to hold me. It took months. Let me to hold her, not her to hold me. I know I'm doing that with my voice. I keep transposing words. It's worrying me. But now she lets me hold her for longer and longer. And I think at first she was frightened. I think she also feels that her bottom legs are not supported. I can't hold her if I'm standing up. She freaks out. And little girl will let me hold her and kiss her and pet her. But she gets scared too. Now, she has taken to lying next to me. She likes to lie on my foot pillow. And every once in a while, sadly, Fluffy gets jealous and growls at the little girl, and I have to tell him, knock it off, Fluffy. That's your litter mate. That's your sister. Don't growl at little girl. She does not growl at Fuzzy. Fluffy does not, he does not growl at Fuzzy, though. He loves Fuzzy. Fuzzy loves him. Fuzzy worships Fluffy. She follows him everywhere. And all three kitties at various times, they'll go down to eat the wet food with the other kitties. The little girl was doing that tonight. The three kitties were eating there. And I could have done a video if I wasn't trying to get on the air of all four eating. And every once in a while you'll have Fluffy, little girl, the three cats. You have 5 cats down there eating. Sometimes Fuzzy goes out and you have 6 cats eating. And she doesn't go out much. She likes to stay in the house. She's the only cat I've ever had that I think almost wants to stay in the house and doesn't really like to go outside. She goes to the door and looks around and goes, rat, and comes back in the house. And if it's raining, she goes out, looks, and goes, it's raining, rat, I don't like this. And she goes back in the house. So she's not an outdoor cat. And little girl is a beautiful all-black cat and very sweet and very gentle. I have no problems with little girl. Other than I open the door and, come on, little girl, I have to make a food whistle for it to come in. I drink hot tea with lemon and honey, but the problem is with my sinus infections, all that stuff drains in my throat, and with the acid reflux, it's done something to burn the back of my throat, literally. Whatever's back there has been damaged, so it's affected my throat. I'm clearing my throat a lot. And someone in a television program, scorpions, they hate it when people clear their throat all, or might have been NCIS. But some people, when you have to clear your throat because you can't talk. So I've used chloroseptic, which was really bad. And, oh, by the way, Jeremy DeJoy has strep throat now. And I gave him my best wishes. I've had that. I used to have that a lot when I was younger, and it's horrible. You can't eat or drink anything, and every sip of water is like hot razor blades. So I have to do my nose tonight. I have not been treating my nose. I have to do my inhalers, make some more hot tea, and see about eating something, vegetables or something. Cauliflower. I'll make the cauliflower when we get done with this. If I didn't have a sinus infection, my voice would be better. I wouldn't be losing my voice. All this stuff going down in my throat makes me lose my voice. And too much talking. I was on the phone yesterday for about 4 hours. By the time I got done, I couldn't talk. I was like, so I can't talk on the phone much. I'm sure there's other things that may help your throat, but I don't know. I know in the old days, voice teachers for opera singers and actors and actresses would have sprays they would give you and potions to soothe your throat if you talked too much and had to do it for a living. Of course, if I had a radio job, I'd be making enough money to afford things that would help my throat. A lot of honey and a lot of other things. And Caliber? Who's Caliber? Oh, Cat Lover. I think Cat Lover. Raymond cannot spell, ladies and germs. Or his keyboard is dyslexic. I don't know which. I think Cat Lover has cats. I think one of his cats was sick recently. But I try to read the chat in Lucky Pharaohs. They have live chat of the cats sleeping or playing, and they have live stream, and they have a wonderful live stream this weekend where it was like 100 straight hours of past videos all put together of all the kitties from the beginning, and a lot of people watch that. But the stuff goes up on the screen so fast, it's really hard to read. And if I practice, I could do Gary Owens or something, you know. This is Gary Owens, and now Morgul the Friendly Drow, you know, or something like that. Like if my voice were right, you're typing on your phone. Oh my goodness. Okay, you've got a pass on that one. It's really hard to type on an iPhone. If stop growling, I'll feed you. That's my stomach saying it wants food, I think. If my voice were better, I could do impressions and stuff. But the more I talk, the more it gets hoarse. Yeah, Lucky Ferals are wonderful. They're really cool. Even if you don't like cats, you should go look at the Lucky Ferals because each one of them has an independent personality. And Stella is kind of grouchy. She's the queen. And unfortunately, the father of the two kittens, Splash and Simba. I keep saying Sheba, damn it, because I think she feeds them Sheba cat treats, and I keep saying Sheba instead of Simba. But I think part of the problem is Simba is such a different name for a cat. I'm not used to it. But there's Stella keeps beating up on Boo, and Boo is he's trying to be a good boy. And he's been very good to be. He used to be very aggressive with petting and eating and taking food out of the hand. He used to bite the lady who takes care of them all, and he doesn't do that very much anymore. But every once in a while he does get excited, and he goes after Simba. And Splash was very shy, and he let LF pet him today twice. Yeah, Hydrux may be the father of Boo. I don't know. Of course, if you've never watched Lucky Ferals, you have no idea what we're talking about. This is like the soap opera of cats, you know. Everybody watches it every day. They're like addicted. I get up, and when I go to YouTube and I don't see Lucky Ferals, I almost cry. It's like, where's the Lucky Ferals? I love the Lucky Ferals. And she has live stream, but for a while there she wouldn't do live stream. And it's apparently very expensive for whatever she's doing it with a live video camera. She's got live video cameras and monitoring cameras, and she has one neat thing. It's about this big, or a little bigger, or maybe like this big, and it monitors the temperature in the Hydrox cat area, and it's wireless to the phone. Well, you know, I got this guy. Yeah, but unfortunately, LEDs do not work on this. Is solar pumpkin, and LEDs do not work with this guy. Now I have a whole bunch of. If you've seen me do videos out in the balcony, I have a whole bunch of these type of things in my window, including a UFO. But this Abrams going to come by and screw. We're going to cut this board and screw this to the top. It keeps falling down. I broke my cat gargoyle, and I broke the little Christmas thing that Aaron sent me. So I glued them back together. But it's not the same when you break something. They fell off the damn thing. So I'm gonna not put anything important up there until I get that secured. And this thing is rather light, wobbly anyway. It's really. Someone left this downstairs, but I got it because it had the built-in light bulb. And if I plug that in, I need to get a light bulb that is colored. And I would love to get one with remote control. You could change the colors, have it pulsate or something like that. So, and I have my pumpkin antenna up there, and my Snoopy pumpkin. He's dressed as a pumpkin. It's always Halloween here. If I were to dig out all my Halloween stuff, I may do that next Halloween. Dig out all the Halloween stuff and put it on the bed and show everybody all my Halloween decorations. And I have, you know, things for St. Patrick's Day and Valentine's Day. I didn't put that up this year. And 4th of July and Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah. Oh, yeah. Well, The lady there, she has real. I haven't seen the early videos, so I found her about 2 months ago, and I'm hooked. So, but I admire her for taking in 5 cats that were all strays, and Boo used to defend Stella, and when she had her kittens, he kept other kitties from attacking her. I think Hydrox did some of that too. So we saw the kittens as little kittens. We saw Stella pregnant with the 2 kittens, Simba and Boo. And Boo, I love, not Boo, Simba and Splash. Splash is a white and black and white cat, and he's got a little triangle black marking on his nose and mouth, so it looks very different. But he's very, very cute. He's my second favorite. I love Boo. Boo is all black, marked by Betty Boop. Kathy's Betty Boop too. But hell, she's getting stuff, donations. People send her stuff. I sent her the cat pizza, and she did a whole video of the cat pizza. They went crazy for the cat pizza. And if you have cats, it's now $10 on Amazon if you're a Prime member. I'm not pushing that, but get that for your cats. They'll love it. Yeah, Boo and Hydrox protected their babies, and Stella needs to chill out when it regards to Boo, and Boo needs to not. I think part of it with Boo is trying to play, and Simba keeps coming wanting to play with Boo, and Boo doesn't know if it's play or an attack. Boo's learning how to be a good boy, and he sits there with his harness, and he sits there with his leash, and she uses that to make sure Boo behaves, and Boo loves to wear those, and now he's got the little cape, and it says Super Boo on it. And I've got a project that's coming. The lady is designing a cape for Mayan Cat, so that's going to come out, and I'll send that to Justin, and he will, the next time he goes to Guatemala, he will give Mayan Cat his Mayan Cat cape, and Mayan Cat, being a Guatemalan kitty, is the defender of Guatemala and protector of Guatemala. And I set up this whole thing where he is a superpowered kitty, and he draws his superpowers from the ancient Mayan stepping stones that are along the roads in these small villages that lead to the ancient Mayan temples. He gets power from the ancient Mayans, and he protects the town from earthquakes and the 2 volcanoes up the road about 20 miles. The volcanoes scare Mayan Cat, but he's a beautiful white kitty. And when I first started posting the pictures of him, he was all torn up in the face. Other kitties had attacked him, and some of the kitties in the town, they're strays, they had killed some of the other kitties, but Justin took him in, and now the family that he stays with, they love Mayan Cat. Everybody loves Mayan Cat. Mayan Cat's cool. Yeah, Boo loves wearing his cape, and I didn't know he had a uniform. The cape, it's funny because it looks like Superman's cape, but then it will shift out, and he looks like he's wearing a big bib that says, Super Boo! And she put Super Boo's cape on Simba, and Simba loved it. And I don't remember if she put it on Stella or not. So I told the person who designed that cape she needs to make capes for all the Lucky Ferals, and then we can see 5 kitties with capes. I don't know if Hydrox will put up with that for not. He tends to be scared when Lucky goes out to feed him. After a while, you'd think he'd start realizing this person loves me and I don't have anything to fear from her, but he keeps his distance a lot. And she gets thousands of views every day. But she's a live stream, live camera. Her camera, I looked up one of the cameras, and it's like $200 or $300 or $400, way beyond my means. Of course, if all my subscribers were to give me $1, I could buy something like that and go live. Yeah, Boo harnesses uniform serving his country. Right. Boo defending the New Jersey shores against invasion from zombie mice. There we go. Zombie mice and rats. You know, I got 5 guys near people. I think because I didn't start at 8 o'clock because I had trouble putting in the URL. Now I know how to do that. There won't be a problem next time I do it. I'll do another video since I have nothing to do on Saturdays but lie in the living room going, I'm bored. I'll do another video on Saturday. Saturday night at 8. People complained that I wanted to do Sunday at 7 to give an homage to Jack Benny, because that's when his show used to come on CBS, Sunday nights at 7. I love Jack Benny. He's an man who underplayed everything and was very funny. And who really could play the violin. Even though he made fun that his violin playing was terrible. He did own a Stradivarius, very expensive violin. First Cat Cavalry, yes, Sasha. You know my email, Raymond. Email me a picture of Sasha. I'll put it on my blog post. I have the Fluffy's Cat Crew or something section on my paranormal forum. People love it when I put kitty pictures on there, even of mine. So email me some pictures of your kitty and I'll put it on my blog. When I post mine cat pictures, she gets 100 to 300 views of just pictures. And I have, I believe on the corner of my channel, my email is there, but I'm not certain at the moment. Hold on, I'm going to figure out how the hell to do this. I'm starting to get a headache. If I stare at the screen too long in my eyes, I start getting eye headaches. Uh-oh, that's not working. What the hell? Okay, I have to hide the chat and go back in when it doesn't work, so give me a minute. For some reason it does that. Where the hell is the chat now? Hold on. Okay. I don't know why. Every once in a while it locks up and I can't type anything. Okay, that's my email. So, let's see what else is left here. Murdoch, Cat Lover. Cat Lover, how's your leg doing? Oh, you can hear me. Damn it, it's doing it again. Why won't let me type? Gee, it won't. I think it must have something to do with the buffering, maybe. It won't let me type. I can scroll up and down, but for some stupid reason, I got to hide the chat and go back out again. And then show the chat, and then I can type, which is weird. There we go. Lucky has a thing that's kind of neat. I don't know how she does it. She has the thing show up on the screen. Now, when I get monetized in 1 or 2 weeks, again, I can put this into Super Chat, and then people can donate to me if they choose. YouTube, I think you get 40%. YouTube takes their cut of 60. It's really kind of awful, but any donations I get will go for the kitties. So I love black cats. I've had Snooky and Monkey and Mouse and Little Girl and Boop. I love them dearly. And I love tuxedo cats. I loved all my cats, but I've had let's see, Fuzzy, Fluffy, Trippy, Lilliput. Were all tuxedo cats. So and I've had 2 Siamese and a couple of white cats and 1 orange cat that died of a urinary blockage, and Kathy Squeaky was a tuxedo cat, and a little cat she had that got run over sadly was a tuxedo cat. Oh, I forgot about Minnie Mouse. Minnie Mouse was all black. Minnie Mouse was all black. And Mickey was black and white. And sadly, the cat that we rescued from the storage space, he was black and white, and he ran away in a thunder. Fluffy kept attacking him and chasing him out of the house. And there was a thunderstorm one night, and he got scared, and he ran out and disappeared, and I haven't seen him since. He was here for 5 months, and he was starting to be a Pinky. He was starting to be a baby. We loved the little pink nose, and he liked his tummy rubbed, and he was starting to be a real baby. He wasn't fixed yet, and that was part of the problem with Fluffy. But I never saw him again. I don't know where he went. He got terrified of the thunderstorm. He'd never seen one before, and ran down the stairs and never came back. He would go out and sit on the balcony in front of the door, and Fluffy would go out and attack him. It really pissed me off. And Mickey used to attack Boop, and Mickey used to attack Fluffy. Fluffy and Minnie and Mickey would sit in the window here, and one day Mickey got a bug up his ass and started to kick Fluffy in the head and bite him, and that's when it started. And Fluffy was never aggressive before Mickey attacked him. Fluffy never went after any kitties. So it's another thing I didn't like about Mickey. I love Mickey dearly. I rescued him and Minnie as a little tiny babies, but I didn't like it that he started being aggressive toward Fluffy. I didn't like that Fluffy attacked Boop. Boop ran out of the house. He chased Boop off the complex. Boop was living in the abandoned building. It wasn't abandoned then. She was staying over there. That's how I wound up giving her to Kathy. All right, 2 hours and 22 minutes of blathering. So, I'm getting very tired visually and hungry. So, guys, I think this is going to be it. I'll be back on again on Saturday. Have a great night. I need to lie down. I need to get the cauliflower into me and lie down. My back's starting to hurt, too. So, it's time to end it. Thank you for being on here. The next time I know exactly what to type in the proper way. That way it will work. I'll be live when I said I am. The cats we fed. And it may rain Friday and Saturday. That's always a problem. It rains. I can't feed the cats. And they're starving. It's pouring rain. I don't go out there. I get sick like a caught in the rain. That's the one big problem with feeding these outdoor cats is no way to... I can feed the downstairs cats under a car. But the ones at the senior center and tiny one, there's nowhere to feed them. The cat food gets soaked right away and it washes away. Unless they eat really fast. And then they have to come out in the rain and get soaked. And that really bothers me. So, all right, I'm done for tonight. Have a great night. Stay warm and safe out there. Tomorrow, it's almost midnight. And I am out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. And... get me more subscribers if you want. The next time I'll do some paranormal research and start talking about, I can talk about Dogman and Bigfoot. And, you know, if you get a foursome, you could play bridge with Bigfoot and Dogman up there. All right. Have a good night. Talk to you later. Bye-bye for now.